and welcome to Stamp Around UK Video Hop September 2024. I'm Linda from lindaspapercraft.co.uk, and I've joined up, as we do every month, with a group of Stampin' Up demonstrators to give you some hints and tips to use current products. And we also give you a little more detail on how we've made them as well. But we do try and keep the video short, so you're not spending all day going around the hop. So this year's in colours are Pretty in Pink, Peach Pie, Shy Shamrock, Summer Splash and Petunia Pop, and they are beautiful and they go together really, really well, which is the point of the in colours. They always do. And you also, they do various other products like ribbons and pens and designer series paper and glimmer paper and alcohol markers. So it's a really good way as well if you're starting out to get a nice little range. I often say to people, you know, a set of in colours and a neutral, and you're there, you can start making cards with that. And there's lots of coordinating products as well. So I Gabble. So those are our in colours. This is the card. Now there's no way I'm going to be able to show you how to make this card in 10, 15, 20 minutes. However, I only need to show you bits of how I did it because it's actually quite simple to make. So the other stuff I've used is the Round We Go. Now, for hints and tips on how to use that, this is going to be September's coffee and card. So the video comes out once a week, 10:30ish, 11 o'clock on a Thursday. So there'll be lots of hints and tips on how to use that. And I've also used Wanted to Say, which was last month's coffee and card. And also that is a Radiating Stitches die, which is an online exclusive. So this card actually is a lot simpler than it looks. So it's a trifold. So you've got your front, your middle, and your inside. So inside I'm not going to do it all. I've just stamped in lots of different colours using the stars, and then this is your day, time to celebrate. Okay, so that's really simple, and the measurements are down there. The other thing I need to say is everybody's details are down there as well, so once you've watched my video, hop along to everyone else's. So I am going to show specifically how to make this element and this, the rosette. Okay, so let's pop that off to one side for now. And I have a completed one I made earlier, and also I die cut the two pieces, which are these. Okay, so two of these out of some designer series paper, and I folded them. The first tip is start at the end with a tab, and that needs to be a valley fold. Okay, so start with that as a valley fold, and then just carry on mountain, valley, mountain, valley, mountain, valley, and you will end up with this. Okay, so I've done that with both of them. So I'm going to take the tab of this one, and I'm going to glue it under here. So that's the first step. So I'm just going to put some glue on here, just a few little dots. You don't want too much because you don't want it expanding out, and I am actually just going to take a little bit of that off. Probably shouldn't do it with my fingers. I do have glue spreaders somewhere. Shh, do as I say, not as I do. Right, okay, and then we are going to slip that in there, lined up, and I'm just going to fold it over so that they are lined up, so the points and the scallops are lined up with each other. Okay, squeeze that down. Right, and then we're going to do exactly the same on the other end. So we're going to take our glue and glue that on there. So we've got a circle. At this stage, it doesn't matter which way your circle is, and I'll show you why in a second. So, okay, so that is just going to go on there. Squeeze these two bits together, and it's going to escape. These are fiddly, rosettes are fiddly, but this die takes out the first most complicated step, which is the scoring. So these score lines are even, parallel, really accurate. Okay, so I've just given that a few seconds to dry, open it up, wipe away any excess glue. Okay, you now have a circle. Okay, now this is when it gets a mind of its own. So first of all, you need to decide whether you want a scalloped edge or a pointy edge. I'm going with pointy. I might go for scallops because I've actually done it pointy on here. Let's see what the scallop looks like. Right, so random 1.5 inch circle. Either use a die or a punch to cut that out. It doesn't matter what colour it is because it's not going to show at all. Okay, and liberally cover it with glue. Okay, and then, so I want the scallops on the outside, so I'm going to sort of fiddle with this. Once you've done it once, it's really easy. It's just getting it down the first time, getting it down into a circle. It does not want to go. It's going, it's going, it's going, squiggle. And it immediately does that. Once you've done it, it's easy. Obviously easy to do it from the middle. Okay, so that is what you're looking for. Okay, and you want to put this circle on the back of it, the bit you're not going to see. So, okay, so yeah, it's gone again. So I'm going to actually do it this way because that did seem to work better. Yeah, so it's down and then turn it over. Okay, and then you need to hold it in place while you stick this in the middle. Okay, so again, this is the back. Doesn't matter if it's not exactly in the middle. Check that you're happy with all your pleats and then hold it a minute. Okay. So because I've already got one I made earlier, I am actually going to put this to one side. So it is holding. This glue does dry quite quickly. Okay, but if you need to put something heavy on it while it's drying, then you can do that. And then I finish this off on my card by sticking another circle, this one, in the middle here. So you can either use one from the die set, or you can use, as I say, this is the radiating stitches. Okay, so I am just going to pop that to one side, and I'm just going to pop a block on it because it's still curling up a bit. So I've just put a D block on it. I'll just show you, just put a D block on it, and that will just hold it while the glue solidifies. Okay, so there you go. You stick your top circle on and you celebrate, and you've got your central rosette, and then you just need to die cut these pieces which interlock with each other and then stick everything together. So the other thing I'm going to show you is how I did these. Okay, so these I've stamped, and then, so anyone who comes to my classes knows I'm generally stamp then die cut, but this we're die cutting then stamping. So I'm using the Summer Splash and the Petunia Pop and a stamping platform. And what I've done is I have stamped on the paper with the stamp that I'm using, and then I've lined up two of the spokes. So I've die cut it out. This is the negative of the die, and I've lined up two of the spokes in the die and checked the sort of opposite ones connect as well. And then this is taped. I've used magic tape. You can use any tape because this is just computer paper. In fact, it's scrap. It's an old sign-up list for a class. So, and then I need this. Okay, so first of all, I am just going to pop that in, and it doesn't matter which way it goes in first time, as long as it's face up. Right, and we're going to ink up. Let's start with the Petunia. Now I'm going to start with the Summer Splash. Okay, and I'm just going to stamp that onto my die cut. Okay. A bit generous. Oh, it's okay, it's not extra ink on this. They are quite what's the word, juicy, because they are new. And then I'm just going to flick that up here. There we go. Now you see I put little tiny weeny numbers. So number 1 has the green lined up, so line your green up with number 2. Now use your Petunia Pop. There we go. And stamp with that. And then you have got beautifully lined up rosette. Just going to squeeze that off. There we go. How cute is that? So, and then I've just used the smaller circle die to make the centre, which I've glued in place. There is a stamp, so you could use a stamp in the centre. Again, I'd suggest a stamping platform if you've got one, because it's I've never yet managed to get it in the centre. Although, you know, these cards are handcrafted, not machine made. So I then stuck 2 of those onto this panel here and the happy birthday. And I think anybody would be really pleased to get that. I think it's a bit of a wild card. So do hop along and watch everyone else's, and I will see you this time next month again. Thanks a lot. Bye.